We welcome back the former Olympian with a touch of starry appeal. Anthony Ogogo returns after 10 months out with a pretty serious shoulder injury, but he is unbeaten in 8 and tackling the Welshman Gary Cooper. Alongside me, Matthew Macklin, recently retired, former triple world middleweight title challenger. Ogogo in your old weight category, so one you're keeping an eye on.
Yeah, definitely, Adam, and he's, you know, they're straight down to business here, not much of a feeling out process. But, yeah, Ogogo's someone that we've touted for a long time. We expect big things from, big amateur background, but he's been very inactive as a pro, but hopefully now he can get active, get some wins under his belt and start pushing on for titles.
No questioning his class, as we saw in the amateur ranks, and flashes of it, glimpses in a stop-start pro career.
I think the key for Ogogo is to get active in his career. You know, he really just needs to get busy. So much talent, so much amateur pedigree, but you know, he's building no momentum. He's very inactive, so he's doing well here. He's aggressive. He's down to business. He's looking to sink the body shots in, working off a nice jab. But yeah, like we said, the key really is activity now for him.
Somebody who's been very active is Gary Cooper. Keeps himself busy. 24 fights so far, only 4 wins, but he's better than that. He's tough. Maybe a natural light middleweight, but occasionally springs an upset. Beating Sonny Upton, one of Ricky Hatton's boys recently, but he's lost all 4 since. Should give Ogogo a few rounds, and probably needs that, doesn't he, Anthony, to settle back into things?
Yeah, definitely. You know, it would do him no harm at all if he goes the distance here, because he needs ring time. It's nice to get the knockout, but you know, from a learning curve point of view, he needs rounds, and it's that simple.
Exchanged body shots, but the better work from the fists of Anthony Ogogo, who's fast, looking to target the body of Cooper, who's answered this 24 hours notice. He was in training to fight at a small show in Wigan tonight. That fell through. Ogogo was meant to meet the German Chris Herman, who I believe is actually somewhere in the arena, thinking he was going to fight, but the board didn't allow it because of a difference in weight. So in comes Gary Cooper, and we need pros like that. Yeah, definitely.
The game would be lost without them. Saved many a show. Peter Buckley, I think, was the master.
He certainly was. Yeah, 1 or 2 more than you did. A little bit of marking under the left eye of the Welshman Cooper, and it's Ogogo's round. Second round, we're in the 11 stone 6 middleweight division. The black socks, boots and shorts of Anthony Ogogo from Lowestoft, who's 27 now in his 9th fight. He's won everything so far since turning in April 2013. It's been a long time and not many rounds due to injuries outside of the ring, but he's back. He says he feels fit, fresh, hungry, and he's got plenty of ambition to get into the domestic middleweight mix and maybe beyond. There's Golden Boy, the Sauerlands are involved, also the agency Wasserman. There's a big team around Anthony Ogogo. They expect him to go very far in the sport, but you know, he's got to get the wins in, and regularly.
Yeah, I mean, it's good that he's got powerful people involved in his team, but sometimes too many cooks can spoil the broth, and you know, it's a shame that he hasn't been more active. You know, some of it's probably injuries, some of it's maybe managerial, promotional issues, but he looks quite sharp here. I'm surprised. You wouldn't think he had so long out of the ring, because his punches are very crisp. He's quite sharp. He's punching with good speed, really banging the right hooks in nicely, and the left hook looks sharp too.
Step back. Gary Cooper working away as always from South Wales. Managed by Di Gardner, trained by Billy Weil. 19 defeats on the record, but he's always fit and stubborn and tough, and a good workout for some of the more talented people around light middle and middle. Good work from Ogogo there, combination. and a right hand. He's still looking for that in the body shot with the left hook.
It's good that Ogogo's aggressive here. I think he's boxing well. You know, it's hard to land clean against Gary Cooper because, like you say, he's got a very good defence, but he's throwing the right hook around the back of the gloves very well, and he's looking to pick body shots too.
Bit of blood around the nose for Ogogo, and I noticed a bloodshot eye as well before he got into the ring. But he's looking to establish a rhythm. Good jab that from Cooper. There's no pushover, is he?
No, he's very solid defensively, and he's coming back with his own punches as well, so he's keeping Ogogo honest in there. Good left hook on the top of the head there by Ogogo.
Beautiful. Caught him. Legs shook momentarily of Cooper, and Ogogo noticed that. And here's the Predator. And a right hand, and again. And he's trying desperately for the stoppage here. Referee Kevin McIntyre, good to see him, former British champion.
Yeah, old training buddy of mine when I was up here in Glasgow with Peter Harrison, but Ogogo definitely hurt Cooper there with that left hook to the top of the head.
He did, and Kevin had a little look at them, but the bell comes. And an excellent round from Anthony Ogogo. Here's the third, Anthony Ogogo in the middleweight division. It's so packed at the moment with Billy Joe Saunders, the WBO champion, Chris Eubank Jr., British champion, back on June the 25th. There's John Ryder, Tom Doran, who fights Chris Eubank Jr., and I see one Matthew Macklin still in the rankings. Must be an old copy of my Boxing Monthly. Yeah,
definitely no comebacks from me. I've done my time in the sport.
Good to see you this side of the ropes as Ogogo goes back to work on Gary Cooper. He definitely hurt him in the second round.
Yeah, and a solid look about Ogogo. You know, he's not bouncing all over the place. He's holding his ground. Good left hook counter there. You know, he's finding the spots. He's, you know, picking the gaps. He's picking his punches nicely. Good left hook.
Yeah, classy work from Ogogo. Cooper has been stopped 3 times before, and I'm sure Ogogo will want to make that 4. Get the frustration out. Some of these right hands around the back of the head, clubbing shots.
Yeah.
Yep, and Kevin McIntyre right on that. As Matthew was saying, good fighter he was, southpaw. Had some good battles with Kevin Anderson until he walked into one Kelbrook, and the towel has gone in. I don't know if Kevin's noticed that, but the towel has gone in from the corner of Gary Cooper. I don't think they want to see any more, and that's a compassionate stoppage. Anthony Ogogo wins his comeback fight within 3 rounds to make it 9 out of 9. And I bet he will just be really happy to be back inside the squared circle.
Yeah, he looked good there, didn't he, Adam? He looked really sharp, purposeful, and he was actually looking like he was going to start going through the gears. You know, he was getting, his left hook counters were very crisp. He was starting to feint the jab and throw the left hook lead. You could see he was growing into the fight. He was comfortable, and his confidence was growing. And as you can see, the uppercut left hook, and he went to double up the left hook there, just missed, but it was a punch that he threw quite a lot in the fight, and he was very effective doing it.
Gary Cooper obviously took this at late notice, so the trainer made the right call.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure when they took the fight, he might have said, look, go out there and give it your best. I'm not going to see you take a beating if it gets, you know, 2 on top for you. You know, you've only took it at a few hours' notice. You know, I'll pull you out. I'm sure that was a conversation they had.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 1 minute and 26 seconds of round number 3. Referee Kevin McIntyre stops the contest. The winner, still undefeated, Anthony Ogogo.
Anthony Ogogo, welcome back to boxing. 10 months out, I bet that felt good.
It felt unbelievable, Adam. It's been the hardest 2 years of my life. It's been 2 years of just hellacious rehab. I'm finally back in the ring, and that was a small glimpse of my true ability and my potential. And don't get me wrong, Gary Cooper's a really, really tough fight. I thank you for taking the fight like notice, but I'm ready to kind of move on now and, show the world how good I can be.
It's 9 out of 9. You're unbeaten. You're a terrific amateur with that star quality. What's been going on behind the scenes, and how difficult has it been to come back?
Yeah, I've struggled with a double Achilles injury since 2010. I was out for a year, had my brace on them twice to fix it. I was out for 12 months. My first fight back, I dislocated my shoulder, I had to kind of fight for 4.5 rounds with one arm over against tough Ukrainian in Germany. But I'm back now. So it's been 2 years of hard work. It's been tough, but like, you know, an old steam train, you know, it's taken a long time to kind of get going, but you'll now see the true power of steam. It's going to be quite romantic. It's going to, the whole romanticism of a steam train, I think, quite encapsulates me quite well. So yeah, like I said, jump on board for the ride. I want to say thank you to everyone at home who supported me. You know, it's been a tough few years, and it's going to be a good journey now.
It seemed there was some classy moves, a bit of frustration, and you really wanted to get the stoppage and back on the road, and I guess more fights this year.
Yeah, no, definitely. I want to be so busy now. I'm promoted by the Sauerlands and Oscar and Golden Boy, and you know, both guys want me to be really busy. A massive thank you to Eddie. It's a massive weekend boxing, and thanks for having me on the show. I really appreciate it, and a long may it continue. It's going to be a hell of a journey, and you know, jump on board for the ride.
Middleweight division is packed. Are you going to make a big impression?
About 100%. I'm going to be the guy at the top of the mountain. I don't doubt that for a second. Everyone in my way, you know, they're terracotta soldiers. I'm going to blitz one to the next, to the next, to the next. I've got a long way to go as yet, don't get me wrong, but that's my mantra. You know, I'm going to go to the top, and whoever's in my way, they're going to get beat.